What's up, guys? Hey, this is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. And today I need to talk with you guys about something that's a little bit embarrassing for me, and that's a couple of things that I got wrong this year. With us just being a couple of weeks away from open enrollment period, I thought it'd be fun to kind of reflect back on some things maybe I said in videos, or maybe some things that I actually posted in our private Facebook group that has just really exploded this year, and I really have you guys to thank for that, all of you that follow us closely and you really support everything that we're doing to kind of help agents. But we're going to kind of turn the headlights, if you will, on myself here today on this video and talk about maybe some things that I said that I put my foot in my mouth on and I got wrong. And I think everybody likes to see that, right? But before I get into that, guys, I really need to talk with you guys about Lead Heroes. If you guys aren't familiar with Lead Heroes, I really think that you need to be. We're going to be doing a ton of orders with them this upcoming open enrollment period. Glenn Shelton is a friend. Not only that, though, they're one of the best, if not the best, in my opinion, telemarketing lead companies that you can find in the industry today. There's something to be said about telemarketing leads. What I mean by that is they are literally, in my opinion, the highest quality type of leads that you can possibly find in terms of, just having a qualified, interested buyer or potential buyer on the phone there with you. And the reason for that is because they've already spoken to somebody prior to talking to you, right? Anytime you get a direct mail lead, a Facebook lead, an internet lead, or any other kind of lead, it's somebody that filled out the piece of information, but there's not a whole lot of intent, not a whole lot of buyer intent, if you will. But with telemarketing leads, it's someone that's already talked to someone, most likely that day, if you're getting to the lead in time, and they've already expressed interest in talking to you. There's really nothing quite like it, and there's nobody that does it better than Lead Heroes. They provide top-of-the-line Medicare supplement leads, Turn 65 leads, final expense leads, and not only that, they provide you a ton of training content, a lot of which is for free at that, with Glenn Shelton's book, with their private Facebook group, and just all the other projects they do on a week-to-week basis to kind of help you get the most out of your leads. Not every lead company does that. Just because you watch this video today, there's going to be a link down in the description with a coupon code that you can use at checkout. There's also a link to Lead Heroes' website. Go check them out, order a batch, see for yourself, and I think you're going to be impressed by what you find. Now, anyway, guys, let's talk about me. Let's talk about what did I get wrong this year. So I was inspired to kind of make this video primarily due to the fact that we've done two really fantastic Taco Tuesday videos with two very successful call center owners the last couple of weeks. If you're not familiar with what Taco Tuesday is one of my favorite things in the world. It's a live stream show that myself and Glenn Shelton, the owner of Lead Heroes, do typically every Tuesday. We get different kind of tacos from all different places, and we talk about what's going on in the world of insurance. And we started doing that earlier this year, and we had a blast. But we quickly realized that there's only so much we could talk to each other about, right? For an hour at a time, one time a week, on live stream. So we thought it would make it a little bit more interesting to kind of bring on a guest each and every week if we could. And we've been doing that ever since. And so we had Eric Fierro on, which actually went public on this channel, the replay. So if you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch it there. Eric Fierro owns a call center that is very influential, and Eric is a very successful business owner in the Medicare space. Before that, we had Robert Bayshon, Medicare Bobby Baysh, who owns a call center in Tampa, Florida, who is incredibly successful and influential with everything that he's accomplished. And I kind of had changed my opinion about this prior, but at the beginning of this year, when I first started our Facebook group and I really started to kind of get out into the forefront for you guys and kind of bring out my opinions, I was really bashing LOAs over the head a little bit, bashing people that got LOAs, and I wasn't really particularly targeting those guys or any people like them. I was more so talking about how if you sign up for a contract, there's a lot of organizations out there that will sign you up as an LOA and not have you in their office and not pay you a salary and not give you leads and all that stuff, and they're just giving you crappy contracts. That's what I was talking about. But that being said, I did not take the time to differentiate the two. And because of that, I think it kind of came across that I was just anti-LOA. If you're not familiar with what LOA means, LOA stands for License Only Agent. And license only agent means that you're assigning your commissions to an organization. It's how it works when you work for a call center, or maybe you work for a captive shop, or whatever the case might be, and they pay you a salary, and then they might pay you a percentage of the commissions, or maybe they give you just a little bit of commission, or maybe they don't give you any commission. They can kind of do whatever they want with your commissions at that point because they own it. But a lot of times they'll give you free leads, and they'll give you kind of stuff like that. Me personally, that's not what I would want for myself as an agent, but that being said, there's some people in our industry that they want to be in the insurance space, they want to be insurance agents, and they just basically want to go home. They want to go to work and go home. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can make a very, very good living and really take a lot of the pressure of running your own business out of it by working with a great shop. Now, there's not a whole lot of fantastic organizations out there. That's what makes this tricky. There's a lot of real bad ones, slimy ones, ones that don't train you properly, whatever the case might be. And so I truly do believe, though, that if you're maybe new in the business, or maybe you're just not cut out to kind of run your own business, and there's a lot of people that fall into that category, you can either get experience early on working in a captive shop or working as an LOA, and you can learn from some really awesome people. I mean, like if you're going to work with a Bobby Bache or an Eric Fierro or maybe even a Justin Brock as a captive agent, that's an opportunity that's worth gold, right? I mean, so sometimes for some people, it's a good fit. And by me really kind of taking that stance on LOAs, I still actually believe my original point stands, because I wasn't really talking about people that work for organizations like that. I was more talking about people that, sign up with these sketchy organizations that, an agent should be getting a street level contract. They're trying to build their own business. They're not giving them anything, and they sign an LOA contract with them anyway, and just cross their fingers that they won't figure it out. That was my original point. But that being said, I'm willing to subject myself to say that I was wrong on the LOA thing. I've really come around because I've seen that there are so many great organizations out there in the industry that take great care of their LOAs, and a lot of their LOA agents make more money than a lot of independent agents. So it's a great opportunity for a lot of people. And that's just kind of where some people need to stay, right? It needs to stay. So that's the first thing. Number two, in terms of what I got wrong, was tools like Connecture or Sunfire. I was very critical of Connecture or Sunfire, and there's a background story behind this, so I'll kind of quickly tell you what that is. I was very critical. If you're not familiar with what Connecture and Sunfire are, Connecture and Sunfire are these online enrollment tools that basically you can get from your FMO, and some FMOs might have one, they might have the other, and nowadays they have both. Like our FMO, Agent Pipeline, they're tied to the Integrity Marketing brand, so they're going to be able to give you both under the Integrity Marketing platform called Medicare Center, and we just love it. But when I first started talking about this, we had our contract split between two FMOs. We had about 60% with one FMO with Agent Pipeline, and we had about 40% with another FMO that's local here in Utah. We had a falling out with the other FMO, the local FMO, and we moved everything over to Agent Pipeline, and now we're pretty much 99% with Agent Pipeline on our contracts. When I said that, my original point was when I kind of demonized those platforms, and if you're not familiar with what they are, they're all in one online platforms. You can run quotes, you can look up information, you can actually do enrollments right from the platform. So it's a very, very cool thing. My argument was you had to have, for any of these programs to work, you have to have that particular contract with the FMO. Otherwise, if you're running a quote for something, all the companies won't show up. So let's say you just have one Medicare Advantage company, let's say with an FMO, and you're using, let's say, Connecture through them, you'll only see that one Medicare Advantage company. So for someone like us at the time that had our contract spread, it was very much irrelevant for us because it wouldn't show us all the companies. We weren't seeing if we were actually getting the best deal for the person, but since that has changed, and since we're all kind of under one umbrella, the tool is very useful. I've been very impressed by Medicare Center, which at the moment has Connecture. It's going to have Sunfire pretty soon, and so I've been very impressed, and I see the value now of kind of having everything under one umbrella and having access to a platform like that. Now, the downside still remains if let's say you have a local Medicare Advantage contract with maybe your FMO doesn't have that company, those local companies will not show up in terms of actually, being able to run the quote and do the enrollment. So it's not perfect. There's still some of what I said still reigns true a little bit, but I kind of back off on the criticism of ConnectSure and Sunfire. I think that they are very good programs, and if you're not getting them from your FMO, I think you probably should. Medicare Center, if you're with an FMO that falls under the Integrity Marketing brand, it's great. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. So we've just been really enjoying it. So those are the two things I wanted to talk to you guys about that I took a hard stance on. I wasn't all the way wrong, but I was partially wrong. I wanted to talk with you guys about it here today. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Just a couple weeks away from AEP. Hope you guys are ready. If you have any questions that maybe we can answer, drop them in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, and subscribe for future six-figure Medicare agent content. Have a great day.